Just mix up a nice blue. Oh, actually, I forgot to wet my paper. Let me use this brush now because I don't want to waste that blue I just put on my brush there. Right, let's get this brush some water in it. So I think I can come down to that line there on the sky, and that'll be sound, and I need it to stay pretty wet for a while. You know what, I'm going to tip it upside down to do it. Strong colours at the bottom, and then I'll let it come round into there. Just follow that around there, round there. Oh, I can actually. Oh, I can go straight through there, can't I? Of course I can, Malcolm. There, so that's that. Now then, later on, back again now, I suppose. But I want some big clouds. So I suppose I can. There's some up there, isn't there? I suppose I can stop that running a bit with some of this. Let's see, up there, some nice big clouds in there. Some up there against that hill, that'll look nice. Not a contrast against that hill then. That's it. So in there. That's some nice strong edges on these ones up here. And that one there, just to get that stuff. Yeah. So that bit there, look. Say a cloud there and all. There. Nice. Pretty decent clouds there, aren't they? So, yeah, that'll do me that. So that's my clouds in. Right, so a sip of this coffee. Very nice. Let's give this a dry. Right, so I need a nice bluey dark colour now. So I suppose I could use a green. No, I'll use that same blue and I'll mix it with a bit of Bont Umber and a bit of Payne's Grey. It's going a green colour anyway. That's pretty good because although it's going to look black on here, it will be a sort of really dark green, really. A tad more water in that. Let's try that. It's quite far away. So there's quite a bit of water in it. There we are. Keep moving your paint lot around there so that I don't get the lines in it. See how I keep going through that line quick so it don't settle and harden. Mine and Doofus's uncles, they've been kicked out by Doofus's dad. I don't know. Apparently he wasn't very high. Caught him wrestling on settee, so he kicked him out. What's wrong with a bit of wrestling? I kicked him out anyway. So so there'll be no more bodybuilding on garden because they were. My Uncle Buff and Doofus's Uncle Bob, the bodybuilder, and we were all doing some bodybuilding stuff on garden. It was good. I'm going to leave that at that. I would have missed it, but changed my mind. See, Doofus's dad is a right miserable git anyway. It's alright, he don't watch these videos, so I can say what I want. He never watches. He's too miserable to watch them. Alright, I'm going to start bringing in a bit of some greens now. Let's get a nice green mixed up. So that actually even washed my brush over. Straight into a blue, a bit of yellow, a bit more yellow. There's quite a bit of blue, so I want quite a bit of yellow. That's not bad, that's quite a bright colour. That's not bad at all, that. A bit of yellow there, it's a bit more water I think. And then, you know what, I might just colour this, looking at it, this whole thing in yellow. And then just do some low lights on top on it. Yeah, so I think that's what I'll do. And then it sort of comes in there about like that. And sort of a bit of an hill coming across there, so I'll do that. It sort of comes down here like that. And then you squeeze that out because it sort of was lighter then. Squeeze that colour out and get an even brighter yellow. That's better. Yeah, it seems to go quite bright from about there. So I'll mix the two in from about there. That's it, that looks pretty nice. And I'll still put some of them brights in there as well. And then, yeah, down here, so it mixes into bright yellow as well. That comes down through there. Across through sort of there. Something like that. Right, nice sip of coffee. I'm going to squeeze that out, I'm going to go an even brighter yellow. I'm going to wash my brush totally. I'm going to go virtually into just a yellow. Not quite a yellow, but not far off. So, virtually just yellow. That's it, a tiny bit of green in there. Let me get a bit more water in. I know I'm piddling about a bit, but there, that's better. Oh, that's nice, look at that. And that's going right up against there. Through there, up into some of that there, through here. Now this bit here, look, it's got all that really bright yellow in it. That's it, through there, through these trees here, through all that. Down to there really, but that bottom bit's going to be darker. So now, just looking at this, I'm going to come back into my darker yellow, darker green, and just bleed some of that into there, like that. Because although this is a really bright yellow in places, this bit here is going to be even really brighter yellow. So hang on, there's that wall, that comes down to there. There's the wall, and then I'll come around that wall there into them trees there. Yeah, same here. This is going to be an even dark, lighter colour there. So yeah, so I'll just bleed some of that in like that. There, that's nice. Right, got a sip of coffee. I've got to come on top of this now, like another glaze, even though it ain't quite dried, so it'll bleed in a bit. I'll come on top of that now. Not even going to wash my brush, just going straight into some more Bont Umber and Payne's Grey, without even washing my brush. This here now, it's got a lot of dark in it. But there's just little green specks where it keeps letting soak through. See them little specks what I'm leaving? It seems to be what's happening on me picture. As I come down here, sort of softens, but my paint's still wet, so it's as I come down here, so it's doing it for me. So that's brilliant. That sort of comes through there like that, a bit softer. There's definitely a line through there and through there, like that, and a tiny bit up there like that, and some bits there, something like that. I'm going to dab that bit. Probably don't need to, but I'm going to get. Yeah, I'll do. Right, and then this bit here, I'm going to just dab my brush into a bit of water and soften this bit down. It sort of gets lighter as we come down here. That's it. Into there, a bit more water. Yeah, about like that. I'm using one side of my brush. One side's got more water on than the other. Let's put some water on the other side. There we are. Perfect. Be dead careful, because if that was still wet there, that'd have run straight into that. Oh yeah, quite like that. Looks quite nice. Right, let me have a look. I suppose I could do, while I've got this colour on my brush. Now let's just wash my brush and get all the greens in, just work my way forwards. Sipping more coffee, right, squeeze that out. Nice rinse. Now, same again now. This, I'm doing really, really bright. I could do with this one. In fact, because I'm using white at paper, look, that one standing out is even brighter than that one. So that's like a yellow. It's not quite yellow, it's a green really. But because I've done it with that much water in it, it's looking even brighter. Right. I suppose I need to do the same there, but I've got to be careful there, because that bit there is still wet. I've got to be careful to get a little dry. I could have dabbed them puddles, but where they've puddled up there is where there's actually some bushes, so it's put like what looks like little bushes in. It's done it for me. How good's that? Right, like some of this in. Same again, look, because I've got so little paint on my brush and so much water. It's getting that really pale colour, and then I'll thicken it up as I come through now. Thicken it up as I come a bit lower. Right, I need to come right up to here. Really? Right up to the edge of that wall. There. That's it. Right, now then, so that's them two. Oh, right. This is a really, really bright yellow. In here, this bit here, really bright. So we'll get that in. It just goes in there like that. Same this bit here. Let me just pull that out a bit like that's better. Same with this bit here. Really bright yellows. Greens. To about something like that. There. Come into there. Something like that. This is all shadow, but I may as well colour it in yellow for now anyway. My shadow will be going in there. I just might as well block that in yellow. My path, I'm blocking in a minute. I'm going to put some darker bits in here now. Oh, my coffee's good this morning. Right, let's go for some darker bits. So, going for a slightly darker green now. Bit of yellow, bit of blue. Slightly darker green. Oh, that's not bad. Tiny dab more blue. Tiny dab more blue. That's pretty good. Right, let's have another look. So it seems to be just like a sort of texture-y sort of thing in there. Some greens coming down. But something about like that. That's about it. This one more of a sweep in this one. That's what it looks like. And then I can wash my brush and just soften a few bits and all. I don't have to soften it all, just a few bits. There, that one. Much. There, that's that. In here, yeah, let's put some little bits in there as well. So same again, mix a bit more yellow up, tiny bit of blue into it. Perfect. And we'll just pop in a few little bits in there. There's hardly anything in here. I think I'll just have a few bits coming right from that edge there. Probably do a bit similar down there, something like that. All out in there. And then I'll do a tiny darker streaking just there, like that. That one's running. So actually I'll just let it run. Nice. There, that looks nice. Look. And then like that. Might have to dab it there. There, that'll do. Lovely. So that's that. Right. I'm going to go slightly darker on them still. But I'm thinking, shall I just whack my walls in now? My walls and my path. Shall I? Yeah, why not? So for that, I'm going to go that same sky blue. And then I'm going to have some brown, some burnt umber. Oh yeah, that's nice. And some Payne's grey. I've got some really nice colours here. Right, let me just whack some of these in quick then. So I need some of that. Some of these more burnt umbers in there. Some of this proper blue I'll have in there like that. Oh yeah, look at that. That's mint. And then I'm going to need to get some really darks in quick now. Some really darks on top of all that as well. So you've got to keep going while it's wet because I'm going to need to scrape my rocks in. Where's my scraper? There it is. Just these big rocks here because they're close up. Scrape them in. Like that. At the tops of the wall there. This is the bottom bits. These are smaller down here. Smaller rocks. It's the biggest one up top there. There. Hopefully that looks like a little rock wall. Right. Across. Some more blue in there. Some more of that brown and a lot more of that browning on top there. Oh yeah, look at that. Red nice. Scraper again. Some nice big scrapes across this top bit where it rocks all up and curling across there. Try not to get your scrapes too repetitive. Have some little bits like that in if you want the highlights and stuff. They can sometimes look good. There. Right. I think what I'll do is come in this side. See, I'm creating like a rocky look straight away. Leaving some little white highlights. But still come in with a scraper. Especially on that top bit. And on top of bits as well, really. There we are. So, now then. Esmeralda locked a keys in car yesterday. Nice one, Esmeralda. Luckily, she'd left the window open slightly, very slightly. So I managed to get a little coat hanger and just like sort of, you know, the old fashioned wire coat hangers. Got one of them. just straightened it out, and then made a little hook on the end of it, shoved it through a little gap in the window, managed to get keys on a little hook and let her out. Oh, she's very daft. Right. Oh, that's nice. That's dark. I might be able to go darker with that from how dark that is. In fact, you know what? I'm going to just go for it. So I reckon it'll look nice. My light's actually coming in this way. But this back bit seems to be... Oh yeah, of course it would. This back bit would be darkest, wouldn't it, if the light's coming in that way. So this now, just a few low lights in here. What I'll do, pop them in like that. And a few bits over there. Pop them in like that, just a few bits. And then get me dabber. Just soften off a couple. There, that looks nice, doesn't it? And that bit of texture. And that makes that look, smudge that a bit. It's making that look closer than that one. It did anyway, but... Right, now, I'll tell you what I want now. I need that sort of colour, but really pale now, for in that path. So that's easy. Just leave that colour on my brush and dab it into my path, look. Yeah. Dab a bit more in as I go further back so it gets paler. That's where it do. There we are, jobs are good. And then I think I'll take some of them bits up into there and into there for some little shadows and stuff. There we are. There. In fact, I did want some low lights, so let's use that same colour for some extra low lights in some of these bits anyway. And that's perfect in it at that. Some extra low lights, that blends all that in then at that. Right, I think little dry. Had to dab some of them little puddles there. That would have been there all day. I'm going to put that clip back on. Right, what's that? Now then, let's get cracking now. So, we've got everything in. I think now, we'll go with the same colour. I don't know how to warm it up slightly. Same colour with this blue. This bluey brown colour. I'll stick with that colour. And get in all these shadows. This is all in shadow here. So like under here, right down this hill here is all shadow. Right across to about there, one solid block of shadow. Then it comes, sort of comes across here, like that, and then I don't know why it seems to come down more there, but it does. So I'll block that in, and then this bit here is just straight off that tree. So that's probably what's bringing it down more there, just the tree. And that goes right over there. There's a shadow from all this wall here, coming all the way across, but there's a big shadow here off that tree. That's the shadow off that wall. There. That's nice. Right. So that shadows in. What else do I need? Get these trees in, I think. We've got any coffee left? Right. So, squeeze my brush out. Get some trees in. Right. Just mix in a nice sort of quite a little bit bright on one side, these trees. A little tiny bit. So get some blue into my yellow, make a nice bright green, that's nice. So it's just on this side there, there's a nice thick bit of green, and then it was dark. And then I think I'll do that on all these as well. There's some bits down here, look, some little bits. That there, where this is all splodged, just played in my favour. Some bits there. They're all slightly greener on one side. Now, is there any more in these backgrounds? No, I think my splodgy paints hints that there's a bit of something in there. Right, so that's that. There's a few little bushes and stuff there, but I think that's enough for them splodgy paints to do it. Same here, there's some bits in there, but I don't need them. That'll be sad. Right, so that's that then. So now I just need to take this green a bit darker and get a darker green down to the side. So something like that. Down that to the side there. That's it, something like that. To there with that, that's it. Oh, that's not bad. A little bit over there, but I didn't want a little bit there. Look. That'll do. Right, now I need a really, really dark colour now, so I think I'll just mix without changing my brush. Without cleaning my brush, I've just gone into some Bont Umber and some Payne's Grey. And it is really, really dark on the shadow side of these things, so let's whack all that dark side in then. There we are. Oh, that's it. That's perfect. Little door, I'd say, even right under there, it's dark. There, that's it. There's a little thing coming off there for a little root of that tree. I'll just blend that in to there. I suppose what's happening down here, that's the wall there, isn't it? So does that want to come in sort of there perhaps? Take that a bit lower just to get them splodges out. Right, I think we're done. I think what I'm going to do, get it to dry just so you can see, because it's still a bit runny at that. Looking at them, I think some of them want softening out a bit. Seem a little bit strong. Just one more thing how we're going to do. Squeeze that out. Up in them clads, we're going to go a dark sort of cloudy colour. Just like a dark colour for the bottom of them clads. So I'll mix a bit of that blue with some Payne's Grey and some, a bit of that blue and Payne's Grey basically. Just test it on some spare paper, that don't look bad at all. Right, so now I need some really, really clean water. Just into these clads here, look like that. Just into there. And then tiny little bit of that on bottom of them clads. Get my dabber ready, because I don't want it running just anywhere it wants. There we are. See that? Let's just put that little bit of nice cloud effect. So I'll do the same up there, look. Got my dabber ready so it don't just go anywhere. That's it. Tiny bit on top as well. You can make some nice effects with your dabber. And then tell me what, right down, even right, that bit stays white there, even right down there is a tiny bit of this stuff in there, tiny bit. Same again, dabber it ready, right, soften it in so it's only a tiny bit there. That's nice, tiny bit in. I can put a bit in there with my dabber. No, so I'll just do that. Tiny bit in there and all. There, look at that. That's it. Right, let's see, right back now. What's it looking like? I think it's time I got some bods in there, I do. Oh, I might have to dry my sky to put my bods in. Get it open as well. Tiny little brush. Where is it? There it is. Yeah. Pop it in there in that dark bit of blue. Smudged a bit on the D. Bertie D. A bit wet. Bertie D. And then up in the sky. Right, looking for a few worms. I'll just pop Peter and Paul in. There's Peter, there's Paul. We'll just start looking for a few worms. Right, I'll see you there on beach. Eat.